please sign up your name on the name list, everybody. This is the first thing. And the second thing is that you didn't upload your film now. Please, every group leader, please upload your film, scan the QR code, and upload your film. Like now. Like now. Thank you. Yes? 30 seconds, fine. But the requirement is 3 minutes. Maybe you can finish it tonight. How about tonight? Can you do it? Okay. Now upload it. Sure. And later, teacher Jessy will introduce you some important words that you need to know to understand this lesson. Group 2, Sharon, are you uploading? Okay, good. How about Effie? Are you uploading? Like now, uploading your 30 seconds film. Eve, are you uploading? Yeah, she doesn't need to edit it, just upload. Okay. How about Ruby? Are you uploading? Yes, good. The film on the internet, on the packet will be a draft, will be only a draft. You can re-edit it after this period, later. And we are still waiting. Jun, are you done? So in Taiwan, at noon we usually take a nap. How about in the United States? Do you take a nap? Not really. We take a nap of 25 minutes. Only 25 minutes. But Taiwanese students, they usually cannot fall asleep within such a short period of time. So most of them, they are roaming out of the class. Yes? 档案太大. Okay. Alright. While we're waiting, let us welcome Teacher Jessy to introduce this part. Everybody, Teacher Jessy.
Alright, good afternoon everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, great. So this morning we just learned the salient differences between the American culture and the Taiwanese culture, and what is enthralling to meet different people, different cultures. You might face some challenges along the way, and it is important to understand this concept so that you would avoid conflict in the near future. So this concept I'm going to introduce to you will be important to understand cultural differences between Taiwan and American schools. So let's first start with, alright, how to read the first word. Everybody, how to read that? Very good. Empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand. It's not only about being present at the moment, it's not only being able to listen, but to actually care for that person. I remember one time I told to someone, oh, I'm so sad. And then this very person just told me, oh, don't be sad. Do you think he's empathetic? Right? No. So empathy is not only about being able to know, oh, that this person has a problem, but actually to know what are the problems of that person and trying to give pieces of advices and make him or her feel better. For example, can you please read read this example for us?
If a friend is sad because they are far from home, you listen to them and try to understand.
Very good. So try to be more empathetic instead of the opposite of empathy is apathy. Apathy is not caring. The next vocabulary is everybody how to read this? Respect. Respect is treating people with kindness. Okay, just like we have here Americans, Taiwanese, Japanese, and with these differences that we have, we need to be able to tolerate and at the same time to appreciate this diverse personalities that we have. That's why we have this what we call diversity, beliefs and feelings. For example, can you please read this for us? For this example.
Some cultures take off their shoes before entering the house, even if food is not their fault. We do it because we respect their culture.
Okay, good. So from what countries do you think, from what culture or from what country do you think this culture is present? What country is this? Japan? Do you have also this in Taiwan?
Yes.
How about in the US?
It depends on
People?
a lot of people
Oh. Actually, yes. In the Philippines, yeah, it depends also. It depends on the people. But generally in East Asia, like Taiwan, China, Japan, I'm not sure it's South Korea, but yeah, despite, even though you don't practice it at home, but you try to adapt. For example, you are a homestay, if this family has this culture, you try to adapt even if you don't do it. And so let's recall, what are the two words? The first one is empathy, and the second is respect. Great. The third and last vocabulary is how to read this. Cultural misunderstanding. And this is a situation where people from different cultures do not understand each other correctly. And this can happen because of different ways of speaking, acting, or thinking. Have you ever had cultural misunderstanding so far? During your time in Japan or in Taiwan, have you had like an instance where someone told you, oh, we don't do this, we don't do that? I think in your case, this lunchtime, can you share what happened with... I heard the word cultural misunderstanding. Can you share it with us?
I don't know what is she saying, and I don't know how to say it.
Ah, okay. So probably it's not really cultural misunderstanding. It's misunderstanding, communication misunderstanding. All right. So it happens between culture. Like for example, when you use chopsticks, I experienced this one time. I put it like in a vertical way, and then the teacher told me, no, don't do it. What's the meaning behind that? When you point your chopstick, yeah, it's like for the dead person. So if you do that in Taiwan, like, oh, you are inviting the dead, right? So we try to make it in a horizontal. So that's one example of cultural misunderstanding. For example, can you help us read this statement?
In some countries, looking into someone's eyes shows confidence. In other countries, it may be seen as rude. This is a cultural misunderstanding.
Great. So I believe that there are some countries that really value eye contact, physical touch, even. I think in Germany, they usually look people directly into the eyes. And some people, like maybe in Asian countries, they don't really want to be too direct. So that could happen when people of diverse cultures meet. So now let's have a quick review. What do you think is this word? Very good. Respect. How about this word? And last but not least, empathy. Good. Great job. And now we're going to learn some sentence pattern. So everybody, let's read this all together. It is important that subject plus verb. Subject means like a person. What is the topic in that sentence? Like, American students or Taiwanese students. It could be a noun, it could be a topic. And verb is what does this subject do? For example, let's read this all together. It is important that Taiwanese students befriend the American students. What is the subject? Taiwanese students, what is the verb? Befriend. So, can you give me an example of a sentence that starts with, it is important that? I'll give you 1 minute. A sentence that starts with, it is important that. Or if you have an example, you can share it with us.
It's important that we respect all cultures.
Very good. It is important that we respect all cultures. How about this group? Number 2. A sentence that starts with, it is important that. Anyone in the group? Okay, do you have in this group? It is important that. We have here, it is important that we respect different cultures. What else?
It is important that I respect people's feelings.
Yeah, you respect and understand people's feelings. So those are, thank you so much, and those are examples of, this is an example of a sentence pattern that we're going to use later on. So speaking of that, in your group you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would like you to answer the following questions for each group. And then assign 1 Taiwanese and 1 American moderator, who will present in response to the following question. So group 1, can you please read this all together? Group 1, this is your situation. One student interrupts frequently fast-paced conversations, while another prefers. How can they assure a respectful conversation? Can you please take a picture of this one? So this will be your topic. Okay, using the sentence pattern, it is important that. How will you resolve this situation? And then for number 2, can you please read? Which one? Okay, so can you please take a picture of this one? And then later on, assign 1 Taiwanese and American presenter in response to this question. And the third one, can you please read? Group number 3. About stereotype, but to be funny or offensive. How should you handle this? Good. Can you also take a picture of this? And number 4, we have this. Okay, again, can you take a picture of this? So remember, you have to answer, it is using the sentence, it is important that. And last but not the least, can you please read? A friend. Alright, and yeah, last group, can you please take a picture? Oh. Alright, so I'm going to give you 3 minutes to discuss how would you approach each situation using and also responding using the sentence, it is important that, subject plus verb. Okay, yes? Number 3. Alright, so number 1, we discuss assign 1 American and Taiwanese to explain a little bit. Different ways of reading. How these reading aspects? Do you use like hugging or it depends.
Because a lot of, in the US, people come from all different places, so we different.
But how about in Japan? How would you read? Really well. Okay, and how can you show respect in different ways? We'll just have a verbal presentation. So let's start with group number 1. Okay? Can you please make someone read the situation and the answer?
It is important that people to pay attention to others that can It is important that people to pay attention to others that can
Okay, it is important to pay attention to others to make themselves comfortable, to understand their feelings. Very good. How about number 2?
It is important that as he or she wants prejudge their feelings.
Yeah, it's not about responding immediately, but understanding the reason behind that action. And how about number 3?
It's important that we can make a joke, and harm people, to respect people and be thoughtful when we make jokes.
Yes, sometimes you have to be considerate of others' feelings. It's not all about fun and jokes, but you have to, understand the line between a joke and an insult. Okay? And how about number 4?
It is important to respect the different ways that people greet each other in different cultural settings.
Yeah, so you have to respect. You have to adapt. I think what you're mentioning is adapting based on how they greet other people. There, thank you so much. And last but not least,
it is important to understand that people have different cultural rules behind eye contact, and we should respect them all.
So, all in all, your questions revolve on one thing. It's all about understanding before reacting on certain situations. So, that ends our key concepts, and now for the next part, I'll have teacher Ian.
Yes, I'm back. And thank you all, you did a very good job. And now, it is important that we watch your creativity in your films, okay? Let's check it out. Are you nervous? Are you excited? I am amazingly excited. Just group 1 and group 5. Alright, we need one presenter. We need one presenters from group 1 and group 5. So for those who did not upload your film, please scan the QR code so that you can upload your film. How about group 3? Where is your film, Effie?
We are group 4.
Your group 4. How about group 4?
We haven't finished.
Yeah, you don't have to finish it perfectly. Just upload it.
Okay.
Uh-huh. No. need a presenter to explain where is the differences in case that we get confused about the creativity. Okay? Okay, please.
Why are there guys wearing uniforms today? We don't have uniforms. Why are you wearing them? Because we have families go to school as a requirement to wear uniforms. If you don't wear a uniform, you will be punished. So bad.
Afterwards.
Usually in Taiwan we all have university school, but I think America school they don't wear uniform. And in a class, Taiwanese students usually very quiet and don't answer any question about the teacher. But I think the American is very positive to answer the question.
Is that true? Is that true? Very, very positive and very eager to answer the questions. Is that true? Oh, that's true. Okay.
Oh, and Taiwanese usually go to primary school when we after school, even on weekend. Usually we will study until 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. But I think American student is go to their club or do some exercise after your school.
So, do you find it very, very weird for Taiwanese students to have this kind of exhausting schedule? Do you find it very exhausting? Weird? Yeah, that's really weird. But you know why? You know why we do that? Yeah, because we highlight a lot of scores. They put the scores as their priorities for going to the very great or the very best college in Taiwan. They need to do so. So they study very, very hard. Okay? Next part. They delete it.
Group 5?
Group 5. Where's the film? Come on, show us. Come on, how about group 3? We need the film. Still uploading. Okay. That's totally fine. While you are processing all the files, you can come out and explain to us what's the role play you are acting out, okay? Group 2, Sharon, would you like to explain to us that your play, you originally in your film that you want to demonstrate what kind of cultural differences in your mind and what are the roles of our American partners play in this play? Okay. You can explain to us. other hand, while you're taking a courses, will you ask a question? Yeah, Taiwanese students seldom ask questions. They take questions in their mind and they delete it. Okay? They throw it as a trash and they don't ponder any question at all. Okay? And what else?
After class, in Taiwanese, we usually go to the primary school or
补习班. Yes.
or library stuff. But in America, they usually go to the club or play basketball or other sports.
Yeah, I wonder after the club time, what do you do? What do you usually do at night? Homework? So you still do homework? Of course, everybody did homework. Okay, so nighttime is the homework time. Okay, so that's totally different. Yes. Okay, thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Now, let's check group 5 video. You don't call me Song Wei. Yeah, you don't call me Song Wei. But in the United States,
I think they're just like friends.
they're just like friends. Just call their name, teacher's names directly. It depends on the teacher.
Some teachers want to be called Mr. and their last name.
And Mr. Peter, Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, something like that. And whether you use their first or last name depends on the teacher.
Okay, so either way is fine.
And to that, there's also some teachers that prefer to be called doctors than PhD or doctorate.
Really? Really? Some teachers prefer to be called doctor? Please call me Dr. Song. Please call me Dr. Song. No, just kidding. You don't have to call me Dr. Song.
In Taiwan, how do you usually call your teachers?
It depends. It depends on the teacher. If the teacher is amicable and is very, very charming and very, very nice, and they will directly call their name, like they call me Yan. But on the other hand, if the teacher is very strict and very stern, stubborn, they prefer to be called doctor as well. 老师, we call him 老师. Okay, the last name and 老师. Okay, thank you, Connie. Thank you. That's the difference. Okay, let's check. Another one, group 2. Is that group 2?
Alright, great.
Alright, great.
A plus B equals 1?
Because it's from simultaneous linear equation, we get A equals 49, B equals 51.
Teacher, can you break the process of solving this problem?
Understand? Okay, this is the end of our class.
I'm going to need a volunteer in the street.
Culture, school culture, and Taiwanese school culture. You did a very, very good job. Thank you for sharing. And the next group. Showcase to us.
About Taiwanese students and US students, if the teacher work in the class and US teacher, Taiwanese student will
bow to the teacher.
Yes. To show their respect.
Yes.
And US students don't do that.
Yes, they don't bow. They will say, hi teacher. Hi, good morning, good morning. Okay, you will say hi first, or the teacher will say hi first. Who will say first? Sometimes the teacher. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Very good. And next group, do we have another group? Only 4?
Three.
Come on, 3. Is there any problem? Is there something wrong? It's totally fine. Don't worry. You can share a link with us. No problem. Okay. Or you would like to explain to us your situation. That's totally fine. How about you? Will you explain? Thank you.
So our situation was, after school, American students usually go to sports or clubs, and Vietnamese students usually go to Korean school or like study. Taiwanese students usually go to night school or Korean study. So.
Okay, but that's totally different from today, because at 9, probably they are not going to go to Korean school tonight, right? Taiwanese students, will you go to Korean school tonight? You will go to the night market, right? No night market? Okay, maybe you can take your American friends to the night market tonight. Okay, that's a very good experience for you. Alright, thank you for the 5 groups, and thank you for sharing. You all did a very, very good job. All the situations showcase the totally different situation that we will meet on our daily lives. So, conclusion. Okay, finally we come to our conclusion. The conclusion is, first, we need to admit that we are different. We are born in a different culture. So, of course we are different. But different is not wrong. Being different is being unique. Being different is being unique. June, would you explain, acknowledge the difference and read the first sentence for everybody? Recognize that. avoid assumptions. We don't make assumptions of each other. Okay, how about Sharon? Would you like to read the second sentence for everybody? Be careful. Assumptions, the stereotypes. For example, tonight we're going to the night market and Sandy suggests you to try stinky tofu. Stinky tofu. Well, you make assumptions that no, stinky tofu is bad, with a very bad taste. Don't make assumptions. You can try as much as you like. Probably you will like it. That's only a stereotype. And the third one is communicate openly. If you have misunderstanding with someone, that's the best way to communicate openly. Connie, would you please read the third sentence for everybody? Ask thoughtful. Come over here. Don't be shy. 第三句, ask thoughtful question.
Ask thoughtful questions to understand the reasoning or meaning behind someone's actions or
Beliefs. Yeah. For example, if I send you a gift and you don't like it, and we can communicate openly why you don't like it. Because, for example, I sent Mickey a pair of shoes. And Mickey doesn't like it. Do you know why? Because in Taiwanese culture, if you send somebody a pair of shoes, that means ask them to leave from you. To leave. So she, of course, will reject my gift. That's a very important understanding of Taiwanese culture. So that's the reason why Mickey will reject my gift. It's totally reasonable. So if you understand that culture in advance, then you won't feel rejected. That's a very important one. Finally, adapt flexibly. That's a very important part. Would you please, what's your name? Can I have your name first? Ren. Ren, would you please read the fourth sentence for everybody? Be willing.
Be willing to adjust your own behavior to show respect for the other person's culture.
Yes, we need to adapt flexibly. So, have you ever do that before? For other people or other cultures, you adapt yourself into that culture. In Japan, did you do that? Yes, because you always take off your shoes before entering the house. So that is to adapt flexibly. So there are 4 important ways for us to deal with the cultural misunderstanding. The first one is what? Tell me. Empathy? Acknowledge difference. And number 2, avoid assumption. Number 3, openly communicate. Finally, adapt flexibly. Yes, that's the 4 very important steps for you to deal with conflicts, misunderstanding, and cultural differences. For now, we are going to the next session, Q&A. Do you have any questions about today's lesson? It's about time, right?
Wait, let me check. Around 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock?
Yeah, for the bubble milk tea.
For the bubble milk tea. Oh my goodness. Later you are going to have a bubble milk tea. You must be looking forward to it, right? How about we start bubble milk tea earlier? Or do you have any more? Group 3, we need to check your film. Video. We are really looking forward to your video. Hi. How about you help them do with the film, the file? It doesn't work. That's totally fine.
I'm curious, what are the other gifts that we should avoid giving to Taiwanese people?
For example, umbrella.
Umbrella.
You don't give umbrella as a gift to Taiwanese people. Because umbrella in Taiwanese pronunciation is to split, 伞. 就是分散的意思。Okay, so you separate from each other. So you don't send others umbrella, you don't send others shoes, you don't send others clock as a gift, because clock, the pronunciation in Taiwanese pronunciation is to wish them dead. So you don't want to send clock as a gift for Taiwanese people. But you can send car. Car is always very much welcome. Okay?
Oh yeah, I think we have already the group.
Oh, they're reading! They're reading! Okay, there's one more. This is the first one.
Yes. This is
what are you talking about? Why are you talking with your mask on? Why do you do that?
Okay.
Do you think that's more handsome? Not really? So what are you talking about? Please explain.
The math class, yes.
Math class? You're talking about math class?
Yes, math class.
What about math class?
It's Korean school's math class, yes.
Okay, you go to the Korean school to study math?
Yes.
And?
Let me see.
That's it. Okay, let's move on to the next. Next film. Do we have another film? Okay. Thank God.
So we were talking about how after school what we did. He had clubs.
Yes. And you?
Because in our school, we have like clubs after school sometimes. But sometimes we also have them during school.
I understand you too, but how about you?
And
No, I'm saying the same thing.
we're in the same person. So we have basketball.
Okay. Good. Thank you for your explanation. That makes sense a lot. Okay. So everybody, did you enjoy the film? I don't know about you, but I enjoyed it a lot. And thank you all for your excellent job and good work. I'm going to share with everybody I know that okay with you?
Okay.
Yeah, to introduce the culture differences to everybody. Okay? Thank you all for today. Thank you for making me part of your wonderful day. And I wish the following sessions will be a wonderful one to you too. Later, you are going to have a very interesting experiment with the bubble milk tea. And that